Hello and welcome to Flying Bobbins. I'm Liz, and in today's video I'd like to introduce to you the Bronte Dress by Sew Along. This is the dress that I'm wearing today. I've just made it yesterday and today and I absolutely am in love with it. It's a brilliant dress. This dress will feature as the Sew Along Club Project of the Month for July 2026. So I'm going to use today's video to introduce the pattern to you, and then I am going to dive into the fabrics that are available in the kits that I have put together. So the Bronte Dress by Sew Along. This is the pattern here. You may well recognise it because it is a very popular sewing pattern at the moment, and with good reason. It comes in two sizes, the regular size, which is a 4 to 16, and the extended size range, which is an 18 to 30. Those sizes do correlate quite accurately to British high street clothing sizes. So for example, I am a size typically a 10 in dresses if I buy them off the peg, and I made a 10 and it fits me pretty much without any alterations needed almost. So I would say it really does cover a wide range of sizes from 4 to 36, and you're sure to be able to get a really good fit on this dress. Now the dress itself, to talk about the styling, because it is quite unique, I'm just going to tilt my camera down and step back so you can see that you have a series of pleats around the waist here at both the front and the back, and it's really those pleats that give this dress its shape. So there's 4 pleats at the front and 4 pleats at the back on either side. And in order to get a really good fit, you can just slightly tweak and adjust these pleats to take them in or take them out to give you a really nice fit around the waist. The skirt is then quite full. So below those tucks, you have a nice full swishy skirt, and you've got a lot of room at the bust there. So I think it is quite an easy dress to fit, and like I say, I think it does come up true to size. Now you do have some styling choices to make if you're going to make this dress. So first of all, it comes in a V-neck. I'm wearing the V-neck. You can also make it in a round neck as well if V-necks don't suit you or you can't wear V-necks for whatever reason. So you do have that flexibility. You have a centre front seam. If I was making the round neck, I might eliminate the centre front seam. The centre front seam facilitates the construction around the V-neck. If you're making the round neck, you could probably just cut this panel on the fold to eliminate that centre front seam. There's no shaping that you gain from that. So yes, you have a choice of a V or a round neck. I'm wearing the short sleeve option, which is a grown on. So although you know, we say short sleeve, it is actually just a grown on sleeve there, and it just covers the top of your arm. You do also have an option for an extended sleeve, so that comes all the way down to the elbow there. If you want to have more of a sleeve look, you can choose to adjust the length of the dress as well. So I'm wearing the midi length, which hits just below mid calf. I'm 5'4", 5'5". If you wanted to, you could extend that skirt to make it maxi dress length, or take it up a little for a knee length or even above the knee skater dress look. So you have a few different styling options. So I'm definitely happy with the choices I made to go for the short sleeve with the V-neck and the midi length. I think it's just a really classic shape, and definitely one that I will use again and again in different fabrics to get different effects. This dress would really suit any mid-weight fabric with a little bit of drape to it. If you go for something crisper, you're going to get a more architectural shape because the pleats are going to open out and make the shape of the bust and the skirt stand out above and below the waist. If you go for a more fluid fabric, such as a viscose or a crepe, you are going to get more of that softer, more swishy shape. So something like a cotton or something with a bit more stiffness to it, you're going to get a more architectural shape. And then so something like a cotton sateen, for example. If you were going to go for a more softer shape, you could use a crepe or a viscose or a blend. As well as your fabric, you are going to need a 56cm concealed or invisible zip, and that sits at the centre back seam. And then you're going to need some interfacing for the neckline and your matching thread, and that's really it. So there's not a huge shopping list with this. It uses about 2.6 to 2.9 metres of fabric depending on the size, and that's dressmaking fabric, which is typically 140 to 150 centimetres wide. So yeah, you need your dressmaking fabric, you need your zip, your thread, your interfacing, and that's it really. So it's a really nice, easy one. With regards to cutting out, it's very straightforward and quick as well. You just have the front, which is cut on the fold, the front which is cut as a pair, the back which is cut as a pair, and then the pockets, which are an optional extra, and the neckline facings. So there's not tons and tons of fiddly details here. It really does come together quite quickly, and it's definitely something you could make in an afternoon if you are really familiar with dressmaking. You've done invisible zips and facings before. If you're more of a novice sewer, then you know it's still totally achievable, this dress, especially with my video tutorial. So in the video tutorial, which will launch on the 1st of July, I will be going through every single detail from choosing your size, cutting out, managing the V at the neckline there and your facing, managing how to insert and finish the invisible zip so that it's completely invisible in that centre back seam, how to do the inseam pockets, how to do the hem, how to finish the seam. So I will cover everything for you in a very easy to follow step-by-step format, so you should be able to make this dress. So that is the introduction to the pattern itself. I definitely think it would work in a plain or in a print. It's a really great style, and I think it would suit lots of different people, both from a fashion point of view and from a sewing point of view of something that's really, really a pleasure to sew. Okay, so let's take a look at the fabrics that I've selected for this month's Sew Along Club kits. So in the Sew Along Club each month, I do launch a range of kits that you can purchase so that you can make your dress alongside the tutorial. Of course, you can just order the pattern by itself from me, or if you've already got the pattern and the fabric, then you can use some bits from your stash. And like I say, you're going to need between 2.6 to 2.9 metres of fabric. Let's take a look at this linen viscose first that I'm wearing. Now I'm featuring this in 4 different colours. So just to give you an idea, this is 65% viscose and 35% linen fabric. It has a fairly gauzy, fresh weave, and it's quite lightweight. I'm wearing the peacock colour. I've got 4 colours in total. So what I'm going to show you first is the ochre. So this is the ochre fabric, and I really love this lovely, warm, spicy tone. It's like a really nice hot summer colour. I think it's really warming and flattering. It's like almost like a dark sunflower, so it's really gorgeous for the summer months. I'll just hold it up there for you to see. So the viscose mixed with the linen does give this cloth a really nice drape. So the linen gives it that kind of slubby textural finish, and that dryness and that breathability, and the viscose gives this cloth its nice soft drape. It's quite easy to work with. It does fray a little bit, you just have to manage that, and I would suggest if that's a problem for you, just overlock your seams before you start. You can see there it's fraying, but not too much, you know, it's not anything you can't handle. So yeah, that is in the ochre colour, the viscose linen there, and that will come with its matching zip, thread and interfacing if you want to go for the kit. And I just think that's a lovely sunny colour. Next up, same cloth again, which is a viscose linen mix, this time in a gorgeous denim blue. So if you are more of a cooler colour palette person or a more kind of classic colour, this is like a muted mid-tone denim blue. So you can see how that colour compares with the more dual tone of the peacock. The blue is a more powdery, greyed off muted tone, so it's very much like a washed blue denim colour, and this would go really nicely with lots of different things. So you can see it's lovely and drapey, lovely linen viscose blend. And again, of course, that comes with the zip and interfacing and thread in the kit. And we have the red as well. So this is what I call a real kind of summer red. It is a real bright, striking red, very classic, like lipstick occasion wear red, really perfect for summer. And it again has that beautiful drapey fluidity to it, but it does work well with those pleats and gives the dress a nice softness. And that is in the red. Lastly, we have the colour that I'm wearing, which is this peacock. Now, as I'm holding that up there, you can see there is a sheerness to this fabric, which I was worried about, but once the cloth is washed, pressed, steamed and made into the dress, I've done lots of photographs and walking about, and I don't find it too sheer at all. It does look sheer when it's straight off of the roll there, but once it's made into the dress, I found that to be perfectly okay. You could, of course, put a petticoat under if you wanted to. Because it's viscose linen, it does shrink a little, so it's definitely worth pre-washing this fabric, as you would always do so. But anyway, that's the peacock colour there, and again that comes with the matching thread zip and interfacing as well. So those are the 4 colours in the viscose linen. I think it's a really nice fabric to work with, and it does make up a really lovely dress. I think that the finished item is really benefits from both the dryness of the linen and the floatiness of the viscose. And as some of you may know, this month I have decided to do something a bit exciting and different, which is to introduce a 100% silk fabric. So if you fancy splashing out and you want to try something new and make a really special, spectacular dress, then we have the gorgeous Venice print by Lady McElroy, which features here in a cassia silk noil. So here is this gorgeous print. Let me see if I got that upside down. Let's just move that round. So here we have the Lady McElroy Life in Venice silk noil. And as you can see, if I hold it up here, this beautiful fabric features watercolour paintings of a Venetian scene. So you have the gorgeous little wooden boats there painted in yellow and blue, and then the landscapes, the buildings and the floral motifs there, all making up this absolutely gorgeous summer print. It really is something special. It feels almost vintage and very unique, and just, you know, a real kind of stunning wow piece. I just love it, I really do. So you have this is made in cassia silk noil, as I said before, so this is 100% silk, but if you touch it and feel it, it kind of feels like a linen, but it's softer. It's so much softer than a linen, but it's got that very sort of slubby feel to it. So if you look at the reverse of the fabric, you can almost see that you have a slight texture there. It's very, very drapey. It will work beautifully for this dress, and I just think as a stunning summer dress, this will be your favourite for years to come. So cassia silk noil is also known as raw silk. The sort of bits of silk fibre that are produced during the combing process are then spun and woven into this beautiful cloth here. So it's called, the other name for this would be raw silk, and this example is by Lady McElroy. And because this dress doesn't have too many seams, it really allows the print to showcase itself. Sorry, just as I'm filming this video, the thunderclouds have gathered and it's gotten really dark, so I'm just twisting the lights around in the hope that you can really appreciate the beauty of this fabric. But as I say, it really is something quite special, and I've never done a 100% silk dress before, so I'm really excited to offer that to you. The kits for the silk dress will come with a little woven sewing label that says 100% silk, and I'll include an additional care card for you, giving you all the details of how to care for your beautiful silk dress. So that brings me to the end of this video showcasing the fabrics which I have put together for the kits of the Bronte dress, and also giving you an introduction to that beautiful, beautiful pattern by Style Arc. I can't wait, because I've just loved making this, so I can't wait to film the tutorial for you, and I'm really sure that this is one you're going to enjoy. enjoy. Thank you to those of you who have already placed your orders. There are still some kits remaining, although I do think that they are going to go quite fast. If you want to place your order, you can do so now via the pre-order section on my website. I will pop the link for you below. If you're watching this and you're not in the Sew Along Club, then if you join today, then you will be invited to come and pre-order your dress ready for the Sew Along on the 1st of July. If you have any questions, as always, just let me know. I hope you're having a wonderful day, whether come rain or shine. I don't think we know what the weather is today. It's kind of stormy and then glorious. But anyway, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a really lovely day. I can't wait to film my sew along for you, and I will see you in the next video.